Welcome to the New Mount Calvary Missionary Baptist Church podcast. This is the official podcast of New Mount Calvary, where we bring you inspiring sermons, in-depth Bible studies, and meaningful conversations with our senior pastor, the Reverend Dr. Sanja R. Dawson. Whether you're at home, in the car, or on the go, we're here to help you grow in your faith and connect deeper with God's Word. So grab your Bible, open your heart, and let's dive in together.
I need you all to come with me on a journey in prayer. It is the Sunday for prayer and proclamation. And so we've saturated the service with prayer. And so it's time for us to get to the proclaiming part. And so the journey that I undertook in prayer when I first began to look at this text startled me some, but it changed how I pray and has put me more at ease with God. Now, don't confuse that with being common with God or overly familiar with God. He is still God. But it put me at ease in my relationship with God, which made my prayer life a little different. Have you ever noticed the tone of David's prayers? The tone of his prayers. They're often conversational. It sounds when you read David's prayers like they're in a room together conversing. There is an ease in David's tone that bears no pretense. It does not contain erudite terminology or eloquent theological precision. David could have said, "This manner of omniscient awareness stands as an entity far too magnificently resplendent, far too intellectually incomprehensible for the limited scope of my mere mortal understanding to fully apprehend." He could have said that. He could have. I promise you, David's got enough intellect to be able to say it that way. But dare I suggest to you that his tone is actually conversational. And the journey that I want to take today is the difference between feeling like I have to pray that intellectually resplendent prayer versus the ordinary conversation that David is illustrating in the text. Because I need somebody to know that all he said was, "Such knowledge is too wonderful for me, too great for me to understand." And that is the journey that I need us to take today. The journey from performance to presence, from believing that prayer has to be some flowery language to discovering that prayer is best served raw. It is best served honest. It is best served without filters, and it is best served real. Because prayer is not some religious duty where you recite nice words to the ceiling. Prayer is not some sanitized spiritual transaction where you show up with your best behavior and recite pretty words. Prayer is about being completely exposed, fully, utterly, no hiding places, exposed. That kind of known by God. Every thought, every secret, every mess you tried to cover up, that kind of known by God. Prayer is being naked before God and unashamed. I know that's new to a lot of people. I know that's different to a lot of people, but that's the journey we're going to have to take if we ever get to the place where we get to talk to God the way God's really looking for us to talk to him. I need somebody to understand that the flowery words aren't getting me any further than the common language that I know. I might as well just go on in prayer and, okay, I'm back. No filter, no performance, no hiding behind that good Christian mask we wear. Picking up the pace in prayer in this journey, from performance to presence, starts with our willingness to get this kind of honest before God. So we find, like David did, that this relationship is too wonderful for me to comprehend. There are three things that I want you to see in the text today. You ready? I have been searched. I have been secured. And I've been left speechless. I have been searched. I have been secured. I've been left speechless. Picking up the pace in prayer means that I'm going to move from showing up with my best words to showing up with my real life. Picking up the pace in prayer is not praying faster, it's praying honester. I make up words. It's about the honesty and the consistency of our prayer lives. The first 5 verses of this psalm illustrate not just that he knows me, but how completely he knows me. It's my first point. He's searched me. He has looked in the cracks and the crevices of my heart and seen what's there. Don't get nervous. He has gone before me and comes behind me. He has searched me. And his search of me is a complete work. He knows my coming and my going. He knows my rising up and my lying down. He knows my thoughts before I think them. He has searched me. He has gone into my heart and my mind and examined what's there. Notice it does not say he took anything out. He saw it all. He didn't take anything. The text does not declare that he took anything out. He's waiting on me to talk to him about that stuff. But he has searched me. And so it's not that he's watching me on a security camera. This is God knowing you the way an artist knows their masterpiece. Any artists in the room? Anybody that knows what it is to see something before you see it? Any artists in the room? And anybody that knows what it's like to know that painting so well that you know what streaks you started with? And though I only see the finished product, you know where it started. Anybody other than me understand it's like an artist that knows their masterpiece. It's like a composer that knows every note of the symphony that it's played. I said earlier today, Richard Smallwood passed away, and one of the funniest things that I saw in the videos that all came out was him teaching the parts to Total Praise. It was amazing the stuff we missed, the people that taught that song, because the composer knows what he wrote before I taught anything to anybody. He knows what it was supposed to sound like. Can I put that next to God and say that God knows what he decided? He knows what he designed. He sees what is, but he knows what's supposed to be. He has searched me and he knows me. He knows that there are things that I need to do that he's designed me to do that I ain't there yet, but he knows me. And so if he knows me like he knows me, then it rids me of the need for performance Christianity. I don't need to perform for him, or you for that matter. He already knows me because he took the time to search me. And so if he knows everything about me, then he knows the good and the bad and the ugly and the makes and the misses, all of it, because he has searched me. And while the me who was new to the relationship with God might have gotten a little nervous about that, because he has searched me and he knows me. I said he's gone back into the crevices of my heart. You know that stuff that's still there that ain't quite been swept out. Anybody other than me got some stuff in your heart and your mind that anybody else? Am I in here by myself? Okay, I got a little help over here. Anybody else? Because he's gone on and he's swept through and he's seen all of that stuff and he knows when I sit down, when I stand up, what I'm thinking, what I'm saying. He knows everything about me, the good, the bad, the ugly, everything. And while the me who's new to that might get nervous about it, the more I get to know him, the more I read his word, the more I spend some time in prayer, the more I find that I can relax and just be. Why? Because he knows me. And the more I know him, the more I find that he loves me because he searched me and he knows me. So it removes my need to wear a mask in front of you because he knows me. So then prayer isn't about how I present myself to God with eloquent words and alliterative prose. It's that I present myself as myself, my real self, my crazy self, my insecure self, my unsure self, my know-it-all self, my language ain't always right self, myself that's trying to get out of here and go watch that game, my whole for real though self, myself that does stuff and that I don't want to do and doesn't do the stuff that I do. Anybody remember what Paul said? The stuff that I don't want to do, I do. The stuff that I do, I don't want to do. My entire self, and if I show up as all of myself, all of them, because I got more than one. I got a whole bunch of selves in here. I know y'all know I'm crazy. And so when I show up as myself in prayer, what I can say to God is, Lord, you have examined my heart and you know everything about me. And so I can come to prayer unflinched by the things that I've said and done because you already know that. Unflinched by the things that are wrong with me because you already know that's point one. Point one, he searched me. But watch the text in verse 5. You go before me and you follow me. You place your hand of blessing on my head. It is true that he searched me. But verse 5 suggests that he has secured me. Anybody other than me understand that my security is important to me? Anybody understand the value of feeling secure with God when I go to God? Because if he already knows me, then I got to have a level of security to be able to go into him. And so there's the statement in this verse puts God ahead of me, it puts God behind me, and it puts God with me. Puts him ahead of me, it puts him behind me, and it puts him with me. He has secured me so that I have no concerns for yesterday, today, or tomorrow. Now, I can pray. If I don't have to worry about yesterday, today, or tomorrow, I can pray. Read the text again. You go before me and follow me. You place your hand of blessing on my head so I can show up in my full authenticity because I don't need to be transactional with God. Anybody know what it is to be transactional with God? God, if you do this, I'll do that. Transactional. God, if I'm good, will you bless me? Transactional. God, if I show up at church, will you let my team win? I'm sorry, I'm back. I'm back. I actually come to church on Super Bowl. Okay, I'm back. So he's secured my tomorrow. But it's not just tomorrow that trips me up in prayer. Sometimes I don't want to pray because I know what I did in my yesterdays. I think I started there somewhere in that front side of the conversation. I promise you that I'm clear and aware that I'm not worthy of what God is saying in this text. I know what I did. I know who I was. I know what I said. But the text says, you go before me and you follow me. And so my past can neither take me out nor tear me down, because not only are you in my tomorrow, it said you go before me and you come behind me. And so the stuff that I know that you don't know that I did yesterday, that stuff that we ain't never gonna talk to each other about, that stuff we ain't never gonna admit in public, that stuff we ain't never gonna say in church, that stuff that we know that we did and we'll do it again unless God saves us. Anybody other, can we talk about it? That stuff, that my past can't take me out in prayer because it does not have the ability or capacity to exceed the reach of God. He said, David said, you go before me and you go behind me. So baby, when I go to prayer, I'm not worried about tomorrow and I'm not worried about yesterday. What's coming at me can't take me out, and what I've already done can't take me out. So baby, I can go in prayer clean. I can go in prayer free. I can go in prayer honest. I can go in prayer like I know what I'm doing, like I know who I'm dealing with. I can go into prayer because I'm not performing. I'm not performing. Yeah, it's not beyond his reach. It's not beyond his reach. So it suggests that he has secured me. It suggests that he has secured me from my fears and from my past and from my mind. He secured me. He secured me for my future, and he secured me for my future assignments. He secured me for my destiny. He has secured me for the people that I need to touch. He has secured me for the things that I've still got to do. He secured me in spite of all that I've been through. He secured me even though my heart might be broken about some stuff that's gone on in my life. He has secured me. I'm standing on solid ground when I go to God in prayer, because the text says you go before me and you come behind me. Therefore, I'm secure when I walk into my prayer closet. But verse 5 goes on to say, you place your hand of blessing on my head. So he went before me. He came behind me. But that sounds like active voice to me. I liked English when I was in high school 700 years ago. That sounds like active voice to me. You place your hand of blessing upon my head. So as if it wasn't good enough that he goes before me and comes behind me, he places his hand on me. Wait a minute. Go back to verse 1. You know everything about me. Now go to verse 5. You place your hand on me. We must be talking about God. Go to verse 2. You know my thoughts. Come on, tell the truth. You know my thoughts even when I am far away, even when I move away from you. Now go on back to verse 5, because it says you placed your hand on me. Verses 3 and 4 got me personally, because it says you know everything I do, and here's the good one, you know everything I said. But verse 5 says, you put your hand on me. And so I promise I'm going to try my best not to take off running right about here, because picking up the pace in prayer and not performing is the reason, is that knowing that he secured me so that my relationship with him is solid enough for me to be able to do what I got to do and feel the security of the God I serve, because his hand is on me. Listen, if you don't think that it matters, how about this? Throughout Scripture, scripture, when God's hand is on something, everything changes. When he puts his hands on someone, everything changes. When the hand of the Lord was on Ezra, he accomplished what seemed impossible, and he brought God's people back from exile. When the hand of the Lord was on Nehemiah, the cupbearer became a wall builder, and 52 days later, the city was restored. When the hand of the Lord was on Daniel, even though they threw him in the pit, even though he went to slavery, even though he had to go through the jail cells, the hand of the Lord is on him, and he becomes exactly that coat of many colors really was true. When the hand of the Lord is on you, some things will begin to happen, because the hand of the Lord represents favor, and it represents power, and it represents protection, and it represents purpose. I need somebody to tell God thank you for the security that he's provided me, so I can go in prayer and just be me. Is there anybody other than me that understands? The hand of God is not a metaphor. It is the difference between walking in my strength and walking in his. Yeah. And so we find that he has searched me and he has secured me. But here's where I'll hang my hat today. My response now to what I know is where we find the speechlessness. Yeah. He said, you've searched me and you know me. You've looked in my heart and you know me. When I sit down, when I stand up, you know me. You know what I'm supposed to do. And you know what I'm going to do. You know what I'm supposed to say. And you know what I'm going to say. So he searched me. He knows me. Verse 5 said he put his hands on me so that I have what I need to be secure in him. And because of all of that, watch verse 6. It says, such knowledge is too wonderful for me, too great for me to understand. Let me see if I can figure out how to wrap this in my mind. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth was without form, and it was void, and darkness was upon the face of the deep. That's what Genesis 1 says, right? And the Spirit of the Lord moved upon the face of the waters, and God said, let there be light, and there was light, right? Seemingly, what David is trying to tell me is that God is the same God that's in a conversation with me. Anybody getting to speechless yet? That God, you know, the one who was comfortable in formless, voided darkness, in the chaos that was the beginning, that God is in a conversation with me. You know, that God who understood what would be before it came to be. That God, the one whose words got this whole party started. That God, the one who extracted light from darkness, even though darkness could not comprehend it. The same God, the one through whom all things were made and nothing was made that was made. That God is the one God that's talking to me. I need somebody to understand that David said, it's too wonderful for me. Once in a while, I remember who I'm in a relationship with, and I understand that I'm supposed to be in this relationship. And he walks with me, and he talks with me, and he tells me that I'm his own, and I talk with him daily. But once in a while, I remember exactly who I'm in a conversation with. Once in a while, I'm not so common in this relationship that I forget that he is God. I need somebody to understand why it is that David is now speechless. Such things are too wonderful for me. Such things are too much for me to comprehend. The reality that this God is searching me and securing me, and he knows me and he loves me anyway. That God, the one who cannot fail, that God, the one who sent Jesus, that God, the one who orchestrated the doings of my life, that God who took me 20 years ago from a church that I loved to a city I didn't know, that I didn't want to go to. Why? Because I didn't know I was a preacher when I left here. That God is in a conversation with me. The one who can orchestrate your life so he can put you in a place to get you to be exactly who he's calling you to be. That God is in a conversation with me. And the only response I've got is awe-stricken worship. I need somebody to understand that once in a while, I don't need words to deal with this. I don't need my intellect. Can't deal with this. As smart as you are, God bless you. But sometimes what you need is a worship that's going to reach heaven. The only thing that I can do to tell God thank you for what he's done for me is to lift my hands in worship. The only thing I can do to tell God thank you for all that he's done, for all that he's been, for all that he is, that he won't never be anything but God. The only thing I can do is lift up a worship that's due to his name, to lift up a worship and say, God, I love you. God, I bless you. God, you're worthy. There's nobody like you. From the rising of the sun till the going down of the same, I bless your name. I bless you in the morning. I bless you in the noonday. I bless you when the sun comes down. I'm so amazed at the majesty of your name. I'm so amazed at what you are. I'm so amazed that you still are. I'm so amazed that in this environment where hate is taking over, I need somebody to lift up a worship unto God, to lift up a worship unto God, to lift up a worship unto God, because all I've got to be is my real self. All I've got to be is exactly who I am. I don't need flowery words. I need a worship. I don't need intellect. I need a worship. I don't need to be her. I need a worship. I don't need to be like anybody else. I just need worship. I just need a 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 worship. I just need to give God the praise that's due to his name. Listen, y'all stand there and look at me like if you want to, but you don't know like I know. And dare I suggest that I don't know like you know what he's done for me. And if that's true about you, I need somebody to stand on your feet and give God what is due to his name. Listen, you can patty cake all day, but he is God. There is none other. He has no counsel. There's nobody that tells him what to do. He knows what you need. He knows who you are, and he's blessing you anyway. He knows you, and he loves you, and he wants you.
Thank you for tuning in to the New Mount Calvary podcast. We hope that you were blessed by today's message and inspired to take your next step in faith. Be sure to subscribe, share, and leave a review so others can discover the hope and the encouragement that we share. For more information about New Mount Calvary Baptist Church, our upcoming events, or how to get involved, visit our church website at www.newmountcalvary.org, or you can download our church app. Until next time, stay blessed and keep growing in Christ.